labeling this garbage and starting the process of getting it out of our food supply, because once it's labeled, nobody's going to buy this crap, all right? That's the bottom line of it. And so the governor out of Connecticut, whose name is Daniel P. Malloy, I don't know about the rest of what he does, but this is a damn good thing he did right here. And so we got to thank Connecticut Governor Daniel P. Malloy for signing that the Labeling Genetically Modified Food Act into law yesterday. And so good job, Connecticut. I'm glad somebody's not a complete friggin' moron in this country, right? A complete corrupt idiot.
That's right. And the great thing is this is an article from Fairfield Sun. Fairfield Sun, the news of Fairfield, Connecticut. And
it's obviously the local paper there.
Yeah.
And the scum mainstream media, you'll never hear a word about this.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing about this article is they talk about how he actually says, we have to invest in the local farmer, the person who wants to grow the nice, healthy food, organically grown possibly. We got to have that for the people.
This governor has the audacity to care about the quality of products coming out of his state. Can you believe that? This guy wants good, high-quality products being sold out of his state. Yeah. It's unbelievable, this guy Malloy. He might be actually hit by a drone next. Who knows? I mean, if the White House sees that this guy's signing label GMO bills, man, it could be over for this guy. Monsanto did hire Blackwater now to do security detail on GMO activists. And so this guy's a governor. He's not a GMO activist, but I mean, he did sign it into law. So, hey, let's keep an eye on Daniel P. Malloy and hope that he has a safe and happy future.
Exactly. Because, bless
They're hiring assassination teams. Blackwater's a military contractor known for assassinating people.
Exactly. We got the Department of Homeland Security with its fusion centers spying on the American public, creating dossiers and profiles.
And so, no to GMOs, and we're going to move on here, but I'm going to tie this in to the Michael Hastings story. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. The mainstream media says he hit a tree. If you go look at the photos of the car accident, this guy was his name is Michael Hastings. He was a Rolling Stone reporter, and he was going to break a big national security spy story about the NSA, about the CIA, about McChrystal, right? And he had all the dirt, and he was ready to break it. And then he called out the media on the Young Turks. He called out the media and the government and said that the Obama administration has declared war against the free press in America. And he said, I'm standing up against you. And he died over that. And so they killed him. And all you got to do is go look at the photos. And the idiot mainstream media won't even support their own butt, is how corrupt they are. Because it obviously serves their interest to expose this story because they're killing the free press. But they still refuse to report the truth. They say he just simply hit a tree. When hours before his car exploded, he was sending emails to friends and family saying, the feds are after me. I think they're going to hurt me. And so, come on, mainstream media. Are you this dense? Are you this corrupt? Are you this sold out? Come on.
Yeah, seems like it. They won't
even stand up for one of their own being assassinated.
That's right. I mean, they basically, at the media, at the mainstream news stations, your local stations, even your national station, but they have a news machine that feeds them the news.
The people that serve the system are scum. You're scum.
Exactly.
You're scum. You're cursing your children's future. You're cursing your own future. You're cursing America's future. You're destined to go to hell for what you're doing, and you know it's wrong.
Exactly. There is a wise saying that says, what a man sows, that's what he's going to reap. Yep. So, keep on hiding the truth and not telling the truth and not having some kind of integrity about yourself to report the truth, because you know what? Hey, you're going to reap what you sow. Your kids might come down with cancer. All of these bad things are probably going to happen to you because you just don't care.
You deserve all you get, you little
just
devils.
Don't care. And yeah, so we need the media, especially right now, should be
They
talking
won't
about
stand
this
up
story.
for one of their own. It could be them next, and they don't even have the balls to stand up for one of their own.
Didn't he get fired from Rolling Stone?
Um,
Did he get fired from the Rolling Stone? Michael Hastings?
no,
No, he was still working for the
I
Rolling
think
Stone?
so, yeah.
Okay.
BuzzFeed
All right.
specifically, and I think that's part of Rolling Stone.
Yeah, so he wasn't ejected from the media after reporting on the
No,
CIA.
he was on Young Turks.
Yeah,
That's
the Young
mainstream
Turks, yeah.
liberal media show.
I seen it myself.
Like 2 or 3 days before
Exactly.
they killed him.
Exactly. So this is unbelievable. And hey, Russia. Russia did these things during socialism.
Nazi Germany, East Germany did this type of things to the free press.
Come on now.
This is not freedom. This is tyranny.
And another little side note about the CIA, what many people don't know is that the CIA Act of 1949 allowed the CIA's budget to be completely not on the books, not known to the Congress, not known to the people. So there is a little budget that gets passed every year, CIA money. We don't know the amount. Last time we got any kind of ballpark figure, it was like $50 to $60 billion just for 1 year. And this was in the 80s. And it also says in the CIA Act of 1949 that money that goes to another government department, such as the Department of Education or some other department, can actually be transferred to the CIA, and no record of it has to be taken. So, I mean, the CIA, our intelligence agencies,
they're garbage. All they are is a mafia.
It's a mafia
organization.
It's a
they're
mafia
garbage,
organization.
and they hide behind the veil of national security. It's a bunch of garbage.
And now they're being turned on the American public. Okay, so
they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to operate domestically.
Exactly, and so this is.
They shouldn't even exist.
This is exactly what happened in Germany. We're just in a high-tech surveillance system, like Zbigniew Brzezinski said.
High-tech police state.
Zbigniew Brzezinski said in his book, Between Two Ages, The Technotronic Era. Go check that out. He said this in the 70s. He was a technocrat. He is a technocrat. He still teaches today.
Still banging.
Yeah, he's still banging in the hood.
Yeah.
All right.
Still killing many people.
Sam, what do we have?
One more quick GMO story is they're proposing now. This is the biotech industry is proposing splicing the genes of a scorpion into a cabbage, and supposedly this scorpion cabbage is going to be the venom is going to help the cabbage be more resistant to Roundup Ready chemicals to serve the biotech industry's interest to make them a higher profit at the cost of killing the rest of us. So,
that is unbelievable.
To hell with you GMOs, and we hate your guts.
And most people would say, oh, so you're saying I'm going to eat scorpion venom when I eat this cabbage? You probably don't eat cabbage anyway. You're American. You just go to the drive-thru. Anyways, but no, what they're probably going to do is probably going to take obviously the venom's probably made of a protein or amino acid or something, and they're going to throw that into the DNA.
Splice the genes together.
They'll take out one gene that produces a protein, actually tons of proteins. They'll take out this one gene and they'll insert this gene that makes the amino acid or protein that's in this scorpion venom. But genes make a gene in your body is created to make tons of proteins. So I mean, that's where you get the problem. The Monsanto people who are going to splice this, they just want one of these proteins to do the effect and do the job. But the thing is, this gene is going to create other proteins that actually have a negative effect on the human body. And that actually, I read that recently from a scientist who worked up at the University of Canada, who taught on genetically modified organisms for many years at the University of Canada, promoting GMOs, promoting the chemical use of fertilizers and everything else to farm. And now he's against it. And now because he's started growing his own food and he realized, oh, guess what? Like Sam said earlier, I don't want to destroy the soil. Everything, all the microbes, all the organisms in the soil are destroyed by these chemicals, and so go check that out. GMO scientist becomes anti-GMO. Go search that, okay? But people are out there scientists in academia who've actually had some integrity about themselves, like our media should get, and they come out and they say, oh yeah, hey, guess what? Yeah, the science isn't sound, and it's actually hurting people. Kind of like the author of Genetic Roulette. What's his name? Help me with.
Oh, Jeffrey Smith.
So Jeffrey Smith, that's another wonderful website to go check out. I think it's Responsible Technology.
Yeah, that's his organization.
.org or .com. So go check that out if you want to learn about genetically modified organisms. It's a great resource, and he also talks about all the media in Europe and overseas, how they were talking about it for years.
It's banned in other countries, idiot Americans.
How do you think it got banned?
Hey, idiot America. The other countries, Hungary goes, when they see GMO crops, the men in Hungary, they go light them on fire because they're men. They're not little weak babies.
That's true. That's what happened. That's a true story. Look that up. Hungry farmers burn down cornfields.
That's what happens in the real world, not weak, scared America.
My goodness, people. Yeah, so
grow a backbone, man. Huh?
Yeah, we need to start growing your own food and educating the people around your sphere of influence, and just start saying here and there. You know what I mean? Hey, I learned, man, this got corn syrup in it. Man, I learned that that's genetically modified, and that has bad health effects, can cause diabetes. I mean, see, these health shows that are on CBS and all these, they never mention GMO. It pisses me off. It really does.
Elephant in the room, right?
The Dr. Oz all influencing millions of women, but not talking about the GMO. Won't mention it at all.
They mention it briefly, but not in any great detail like it should. It should, like it needs to be mentioned because it's a full-on war against creation here, folks. Hey, Christians. Exactly. It's a full-on war against creation. All right?
Yeah. Now there is some Christian churches that are actually jumping on board and trying to label.
Enough.
But most of them are just there to put money in that bag every Sunday. That's what the churches are really there for. We gotta start trying to grow our own food, folks. We definitely do start trying to get off of the GMOs and do anything you can to support the local farmers markets and go talk with your local farmer and say, hey man, you spray this stuff that you're growing here, and if he's not, then support him. And if he's growing organic, support that guy, buy his stuff. So that's what we got to do, folks. We got to stop going through the drive-thrus. We got to stop that nonsense. We really do.
There's if you want to get behind it, economic boycott is our strongest weapon against the biotech industry because the demand of the public will change what they're doing, but if the idiot public keeps buying this poison, they're going to keep selling it. And so what you can do when you go out shopping to support farmers and companies that produce food that is safe and healthy for you, look for the non-GMO project verified. I'll insert that logo so you can see and look on the package of these products, and if it has that, it's good to go.
It's been independently verified, not by just the company who makes the product, but by a third party, an independent
lab. Not the government
lab.
Either, not the USDA who we can't trust.
Exactly. It's been not the USDA, but an independent laboratory. Exactly.
And so the solutions are take some personal responsibility, take a little time and read the back of the package about what you're putting in your pie hole, and then try to discern if you're where you're at with yourself and your life and your health and your weight. Because you can go out there and work out 24 hours a day. You can lift weights until you burn out every muscle in your body. If you're eating GMOs, it doesn't matter.
If you're drinking Gatorade, which has high fructose corn syrup in it, you might as well just be asking for diabetes, and your sugar levels is going to go spike through the roof.
And see, you can go out there and say, oh, I got free health care now. I got free health insurance from the loving government, right? And so I don't care what I do. I just go to the doctor every time there's a problem. It's free now, right? But your doctors, the majority of these doctors out there, these MDs, they're not educated about this issue about GMOs because it's so suppressed here in the United States, and so not many of them are going to know about it.
Let's just be honest. Less than 7% of their education goes to being trained in nutrition.
They're not in the money of curing people. They're in the money
exactly.
of keeping you sick and